And we're back with another episode of Successful Marketing and Sales for Adult Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. And I am your host, best-selling author Sadon Long. And today, man, first of all, we want to thank you for pulling up um, for another episode. But today we're talking about, man, how to become your own 401k. But before we get started about talking about how to become your own 401k, if you are interested in seeing me live and taking advantage of my unique gifts, which are to turn ideas into income and words into wealth, you can see me at Elevate 2024, the ultimate branding experience. Get your business off the ground in 2024, which is hosted by Lamisa Marshall at Set Sculpting Studios in Maryville, Indiana. Okay, again, if you want to see me live and partake of my unique gift, which is to turn ideas into income and words into wealth, pull up February 3rd, 3 o'clock, Set Sculpting Studios, Maryville, Indiana, for the ultimate branding experience. Elevate 2024. Get your business off the ground. Now, I'm not the only person who's going to be there. There are going to be a bunch of successful business leaders who have traceable, trackable records of helping people. Not people that we've never heard before, not people we've never seen before, not people that once the event is over, we're never going to see again, but real people who you could track, follow, and do business with. First of all, off the top, we're going to have a Tia Mitchell there. Tia Muhammad. I'm sorry, Miss Muhammad, but a Tia Muhammad. Okay. And she's going to be telling us how we can access capital, startup capital, expansion capital, because it takes money to make money. So she's going to be the person who's going to tell us about grants and how to write the grants and how to be more attractive to foundations in order to secure some of that money. Okay. Number two, we're going to have Crystal L. Johnson here, who's going to be telling us about how to protect our intellectual property, how to get together our S corps, LLCs, and DBAs, and all those things, so that hey, not only do we get to do business, but we get to do business without getting sued. And if somebody should be stepping on our toes, then we'll know what to do to ensure that they get off our feet as well. Also, we're going to have the amazing Paul Kaiser. That's right, I said the amazing Paul Kaiser. Helping people and their products look like $1 million so they could finally start making $1 million. You know, you can make more money looking like you should make money. Which leads me to Shy Tobert. Shy Tobert's going to be there. She's going to be talking about websites. She's going to be talking about promotional materials. Because again, you got to get the message out. Okay, and you get the message out, with promo. You know, whether it be handing out flyers, whether it be billboards, whether it be driving people to your website. So she's going to help you get the message out so people know who you are and where to do business with you. Also, we're going to have Jeremy Lambert. Jeremy Lambert is extremely important, people. Why? Because he's talking about business credit. Because the bigger the deals get, the longer it takes for you to get paid. Okay. And if you need to be able to deliver before you get paid, then you're going to need money to cover the time between the two. So let's just say somebody orders 100 of something, and now you got to get the materials to make the 100 of that thing. Okay. How you going to get it? Okay. That's where business credit comes in. You got to pay people to make the thing. Okay. How you going to pay them? That's where business credit comes in. So now, when you finally deliver the thing and they give you your money, then you just pay off your credit card or you pay back into the account that you took the money out of, or you make payments on it or whatever you do. But if you're going to be bigger in 2024, you're probably going to need some business credit in order to cover payroll and cover um, the resources that you need to make your products. So again, he's going to be in the building. And then also our host, thank you for bringing us out. Thank you for hosting us at Set Sculpting Studios, Lamisa Marshall herself, which is going to help you get that body right, who's going to help you get that hourglass figure, who's going to help you have more confidence in 2024. So when you're in those rooms, taking those pictures, that you feel good because you look good in that dress. You're not constantly trying to suck your stomach in and turn this way and turn that way, that you actually could stand there, look natural. So when Paul's taking those pictures of you in your business suit or your pencil skirt, that you feel good and confident, and that exudes and goes out into, you know, the atmosphere and lets people know, hey man, I'm somebody to be reckoned with and do business with. You know, so again, if you're gonna be a front facing brand, if you're going to be a CEO, you're going to be a boss chick, you're going to be somebody who's standing in front of rooms, do you want to look the absolute best you can? And Lisa Marshall's going to help you do that. So right now, go over, check out Set Sculpting Studios. That you can see her on Facebook and you can see some of her work. But again, she's going to be there as well. And it is February 3rd, which is a Saturday. So you could slide to the mall, get a little shopping done, have some lunch, and then come on over at 3 o'clock and hang out with us. Again, me, Sadon Long, I'll be there as well. Me and my unique gifts, you know, how to turn ideas into income and words into wealth. Got a proven track record of doing it. People retired their wives. My work has generated millions of dollars. I'm a best-selling author. My second book is with one of the richest black men in the country, and I've helped tons of people become full-time entrepreneurs. So why wouldn't you want to be in the business with us? You know, at least for the 3 hours, because it's from 3 to 6. So don't miss out. And by the way, it is the third, which means that we are fastly approaching. We are less than 2 weeks away. The room is not that big, just the truth. So you got to get your ticket today. Because again, we're down the home stretch and there's not a lot of space, and we're not going to break the fire code for one or two people who didn't get their ticket in advance. So don't miss it. Be there. Again, everything that you need is going to be in that room, from LLCs to how to get capital to how to look like $1 million to how to get your promo materials done so you can get out there and let people see who you are and let people see what you offer, and how you can get your body right, man. I mean, come on now. God gave you these witty ideas and inventions, and we're just here to help you get them where they need to go. So that's the bottom line, because I said so. And without further ado, let's get on to what we're talking about today. Now, what we're talking about today is how to become your own 401k. Okay. So, again, when people think about 401k, they think about something that they put money into that then gives them money back. Okay. So 401k, you've been putting into it since you were a kid. You've been hearing about it since you were a kid. You've been putting money into one more than likely. And if you've had any kind of employment interruptions, or you've had some financial difficulties, or maybe somebody got sick, maybe you don't have as much money in that 401k as you thought you did or hoped you would. But God is giving you witty ideas and inventions. And all you are is good customers away from being financially free. So here's what I'm talking about. That if God is giving you a skill or an invention or an idea, now all you have to do is figure out how to get it to the marketplace so that you can then buy and sell your ideas, experience, name, image, likeness. So again, all you got to do is be able to get it to the marketplace and sell it to people who need what you're offering. Especially if you're 35 plus. Because if you're 35 plus, man, you've been living long enough and you've had enough experience to know things that somebody 21, 22, 23, 24 just getting out of college does not know. If you've been making cakes from scratch for 20 years, you can teach people how to make cakes. It's that simple. If you've been grilling, OGs, you can teach people how to grill, because we know that men and women want to be able to make a nice meal for their family. They want to be able to impress their loved ones. They want to be able to impress their dates. So by learning how to do this thing, they now become more impressive. I'm fresh out of college, trying to get my little Mac on. Got a lady friend coming over. I want to know how to put them steaks on the grill and not burn them. So why wouldn't I teach? Why wouldn't I take a class to teach me how to grill these steaks? Why wouldn't I watch a video on how to grill these steaks? Why wouldn't I watch a video from an OG that's going to tell me what to put on them, whether it's the rosemary or the garlic butter, what type of steaks to buy? It's all Guy Fieri does. Same thing. You know, but it's you and your vernacular and your colloquialisms in your community teaching people how to do it. Same thing with a cake. You know, who doesn't want to show up with this beautiful, succulent pound cake for their kids at their school, or these cupcakes for the kids at the school? You know, who doesn't want to have people over on a holiday? Oh, girl, this cake good. Oh my God, this cake is amazing. Who don't want that? You know, who doesn't want to know how to make the macaroni and cheese from scratch? You could teach it. Now I know you're saying, well, why wouldn't I just be a caterer? Well, here's why you wouldn't just be a caterer. Because there's only one of you. And as one of you, you can only do so many jobs at a time. You can only make so many pans at a time. So let's just say, theoretically speaking, you know, you got 4 catering jobs this weekend. You capped out. You done. That's all you can do. 4 catering jobs. Can't take on the 5th one because just don't have enough oven space. You know, don't have enough people to prep. Don't have enough people to deliver. So you're capped out at 4. That's all you can do. But if you teach people how to make macaroni and cheese, you could teach 400 people in a weekend. You know, you could have a 12 o'clock class, a 3 o'clock class, a 6 o'clock class, a class on Friday, and a class on Sunday. You know, so again, I'm telling you this so that you can now understand that this world has billions of people. All you need is 1,000. If 1,000 people spend $500 with you in 2024, that's a $500,000. Okay. Tell me again who made a $500,000 this year doing what they love, not working every day. Help me understand. Why wouldn't you do it? God gave you the witty idea and the invention. He says that the work is worthy of the hire. So now all we got to do, which is my job, to connect the people who have the witty ideas and inventions with the people who are willing to hire them. There we go. So again, if you have been living long enough to know how to do something, you can teach other people who want to learn how to do it. You just have to be able to attract the customers willing to pay you for whatever it is that you teach. And with that being said, that's why content is so important. That's why content is so important. Now, mind you, I want to be very clear. I'm talking to business owners, talking to people who are looking to actually make money. Yeah, because I posted an article on my page today and talked about the top 10 things that influencers, um, metric that influencers should measure in 2024. And revenue was way down the list. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Revenue is at the top of the list. You know, if we don't get 1 million views, but we got 5 customers, we can eat off 5 customers because we can get 5 referrals and make 5 customers 10 customers. Yeah. Can't eat off 1 million views. You know, shout out to my man Street. Street said going viral was overrated. You know, but cold hard cash in your hand that you can now use to protect your family, on the other hand, is not. You know, I gotta have it. So again, we're talking to business owners, people who want to go in business, people who are in business. These are the people I'm talking to. Content for you is like running commercials. You know, and what is content? Content can be anything that is read, heard, seen, or experienced. So it could be a billboard, it could be a flyer, it could be a TV show, it could be a video, it could be any of those things. You know? So whatever you do, it could be your phone, it could be on a webcam, it could be with the camera. You know, it's content. If people can watch it, read it, hear it, experience it, it's content. So don't overthink it and be like, well, I need to have this or have that. Man, you could take your phone, put it on a little tripod, stack it up against some books, whatever, and show people how to make that macaroni. And then say, hey, if you'd like to learn, I'm having a class on whatever day. That's it. Now, you don't need all of the big fancy stuff because, again, at the end of the day, the thing that is driving people to do business with you is your ability, not the surroundings. The surroundings are cool, But a person who needs to know how to make that cake don't care about the surroundings. They care about whether or not you can help them. Hell, we saw a lady making chicken in a sink. You know, chicken in her sink, like a sink in the kitchen. And we watched. Why? Because we wanted to see how that chicken was going to turn out. Like, oh my gosh, she'd have put that chicken in the sink? So she'd have just washed out the sink and put the chicken in there. See how this turned out. And you looked up, she was all on Jimmy Kimmel and Steve Harvey and all over the place. Why? Because she just took a risk. Because she believed that God had given her a gift. And she jumped out on faith. Now, there were a bunch of people criticizing her, but she made a whole lot of money while they were criticizing her. Because all that did was push her up the algorithm. So even your haters become elevators. They just don't know it. So they could talk bad about you, but as long as they talking about you in the comments, hey, Facebook, YouTube, all those people are still going to keep pushing you up because people are engaging with it. So again, just need you to, if you got any little fear about doing it, man, don't. God gave you this invention. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to have something that if you put some work in, it'll give you a return on investment. And again, imagine. Let's just imagine for a moment. If you could teach 100 people online or in a live event something that your grandmother taught you, how beautiful would that be? What would that do for your family? What would that do for your legacy? And also, what would that do for your pockets? A whole bunch of corporate girls out here who ain't never had the time or chance to sit at their grandmother's knee because grandma was working, mama was working, they were going to school trying to get this bread. But they'd really like to know how to make some cornbread. They'd really like to know how to make drop biscuits. So imagine you got 100 people in the room. They all gave you $50. You talked and told stories about grandma, and you cooked for them and taught them how to cook for an hour and a half. So that wasn't $150. That was $150. So if you got 10, that's $500. So 10 times 500 is 5,000. So if you got $5,000 to do something that you love and share your stories and share your recipes and share your upbringing, why wouldn't you do it? Now, is the first time out you get that? Probably not. But if you do it long enough, if you don't grow weary, if you do not grow weary in well doing, if you continue to do that thing that God has given you, eventually all those seeds you planted will come up. It is possible. If you stay at it long enough, you'll get good enough at it, and people will start to take notice. And the results that you get, you'll then be able to share with other people, which will then give them more confidence in you through your content. And guess what? It'll grow. It'll grow. What looks like overnight was just one long night. You didn't catch up with them until the day was about to come. But they had been working at that thing since the sun went down. So again, if you're at home, you can be your own 401k. All of the bad things that happened to you, all of the times you got fired, all the times you got laid off, all of the times you had to stop putting money in your 401k because you had to start putting that money towards something else. You can use your gift to make up the difference now. To put that money in a Roth account and start getting interest now. To put that money into investments, real estate, crypto, other businesses, the stock market. So you could take that theoretical 500 or 5,000 or whatever you got for teaching people something you love and for only spending about an hour 50 of your time, and then put it in the stock market. So now what? You got NASDAQ, which from my understanding has never come back in the red ever. So you just put it in the NASDAQ and watch it roll and get the compound interest from it. Using your gift. So now you use your gift as the 401k that gets you back in the black. that positions you to get back on the track to retiring early, that gets you back on the track to being able to buy the dream house of your dreams and pay it off, that gets you back on the track to being able to travel, that gets you back on the track to your dream. That's the purpose of the business. The purpose of the business is to give you the life that you want. And God is giving you the vehicle. Now you just need to figure out, with somebody like me, as I always like to say, there's God, the angels, and marketing experts, how to get your gift to the people who will hire you. And then there's the wealth transfer. It goes from them to you, from you to your family. So now there's the wealth transfer. There's the thing that you've been looking forward to, the thing that you've been praying on, the thing that you've been believing in for years. And it's been right under your nose the whole time. Witty inventions and ideas, gifts, talents, and experience. Somebody to help connect you to people who are willing to give you money for it. Once you connect with the people who are willing to give you money for it, then the wealth exchanges hands. And now there's a wealth transfer. Now there's an inheritance. Now there's something that you can leave your children's children. These recipes and these strategies and these things that your family has been teaching you and grooming you and giving you for years, these gifts were meant to feed you. Your gift is supposed to make room for you. Can you imagine what it would be like if you could just curate other people's content because you got a real nice eye for what look good and what don't look good and how to dress it up and how to clean it up? Got people making thousands of dollars every day doing personal shopping. So all my fashionistas out there, you just got to know who to personal shop for. Because there are women who just don't know what to wear or don't have time to go get it. But you spend all day in the mall. Girl, I'll shop for you. I'll get you right. Now, what's the benefit for them? They don't have to go to the mall. What's the benefit for them? They get all the coolest, latest stuff because you constantly in the mall. What's the benefit for them? Now they look good, they feel good, and if they look good and they feel good, then the people pay good. Now, she goes to that event, and maybe that's the thing that closes that deal. That she was more confident, that she looked more professional, that she looked like $1,000,000. Shout out to Paul Geyser. So again, all of these things come into play. If you get a personal shopper and a trainer, now you Angela Bassett 2.0. 2.0. And then when you sell your name, image, and likeness and your experience, and you do licensing deals because you pop in this city, it turns up. It makes you money. It puts you in a position not to have a boss ever again. If you go to Grown and Rich website, it says no boss, no worries, no limits. It positions you to make unlimited income. So again, I'm just trying to get you to understand that it is possible to recover from whatever you have been afflicted with and live a great life after 40. Live a great life after 35. That it is possible to have post-traumatic growth. For you to have taken that thing that, was supposed to take you down and turned it around and put it in a great place. Now, I don't want to go the whole way without talking about actually what content is supposed to do. So before we get out here, let's actually just talk about what content is supposed to do. Okay. Well, the first thing content is supposed to do, it is supposed to clearly communicate your message and your mission. Why is it important to have your message and mission communicated clearly? Well, number one, it tells people why they should be doing business with you. Number two, it tells people what's possible. What is possible, what you can do. The message for growingrich.com is that you can make a great living off your name, image, likeness, and experience. Who am I? I'm the person that's going to help you do it. You know, because I have a unique gift, which is to turn ideas into income and words into wealth. So again, there has to be a message, and the content is supposed to convey your message that you can. Shout out to Exodus Logistics. When we worked with them, the message became that you can make a great living in trucking without having a truck or a CDL. Now, you can do it. So there has to be a message, you know, that you can actually convey to other people. You know, the you can message. You can avoid dying broke message. You can avoid, the pain and struggles that come with, you know, trying to build your own home because we'll build it for you. Whatever it is, there has to be a message behind it that people can grasp and say, okay, I believe. I believe. Okay, you can. So again, it should tell people who you are so that now they can believe in you, believe that you're somebody who's going to help them get their witty idea, invention, help them avoid whatever pain it is, help them heal from whatever it is they're going through, help them gather whatever it is that they want to gather. So again, that's the first thing. So when you're watching videos of someone or reading pamphlets or books about someone, it should be, okay, this is a person who can help me. Because that's what your mind is scanning for every day, everywhere you go. It's scanning for two things: danger and help. You know, if you've ever been, in a situation where you've been thinking about something and then it feels like all of a sudden that stuff just starts to come to the forefront of your mind everywhere you go, like, oh, there's one right there. Oh, there's one right there. Just think about it. I need to find an ATM. Now all of a sudden you start seeing ATMs. So if I need to find a trainer, guess what? All of a sudden trainers are going to start popping up. If I need to find a caterer, all of a sudden you're going to start being more aware of caterers. So now it is your job as the content creator is to get into that person's pipeline, to get into that person's algorithm, to get into that person's purview or front view so that they can then partake of what it is that you're offering. Now, once we get them to watch it, we got to keep them watching. And the reason they keep watching is because it's actually helpful. Which is why the message has to be clear that you can help them. It has to be clear. Hey, here's how we help you. I can help you turn your ideas into an actual business. I can help you with words actually get customers, keep customers, and use those same customers to get more customers. I can make it easier for you to make money. So whatever your message is, you got to be able to communicate it. I can, again, somebody who like Lamisa, she can make you the belle of the ball. You know, Atia Muhammad can help you gain access to startup and expansion capital. You know, so it is possible to get capital for your business. That's the message. If you're Crystal Johnson, hey, it is possible to protect your assets legally without a gun and a knife. That we can make sure that people aren't stealing your stuff, your witty idea, your God-given gift, your God-given talent, the thing that your grandmother has passed down to you. We can cover you. That's her message. You know, so on and so forth. So again, there has to be a message. So and then the next thing that content's supposed to do, which is kind of, a segue from the first thing, is it's supposed to make you more attractive to customers, investors, foundations, sponsors, and banks. Because now they're able to see the fruits of your labor. They're able to see the lives that you're changing, the impact that you're having. And they should say, man, because of whatever it is that you're doing, you are now more trustworthy to us. Because as I talk about all the time, when you sit down with a loan officer, you're actually sitting down with a person who has to decide whether or not they're going to risk their job by giving you this money. So the fact that your content has put you in a position to have customers, put you in a position to not only have customers, but to communicate your success and how you've been successful and who you've been successful with, and you've used the success that you have to create more content of them talking about you, because it's greater when people talk about you than it is when you talk about yourself. Now the bank feels a little more comfortable with you because you got customers. Remember, all you are is good customers away from financial freedom. Remember that. That's all you are. You're just good customers away. Because if you got some customers, now all of a sudden, somebody like Jeremy Lambert can help you get business credit. We got some deals. You know, the money's coming in. Here's the offer letter. You know, so again, if the people who are investing in you see, hey man, this person actually has money coming in. Person has been making money. They finally got a big order. Hey, we'll give you X, Y, and Z so that you can fulfill your order, or we'll give you X, Y, and Z so you can hire more people, because they know that by giving you the 10,000, the 5,000, 20,000, that they're going to then get their 10 or 20 back, and you're going to get what you need, which is going to allow them to make a little bit extra by loaning you the money. When people invest in you, they're basically buying money and using you to get the money for them. Now, if you negotiate it right, and that's hard to do in the beginning because we don't really know our worth. Can we all agree on that? Yeah. But if you negotiate it right, you get a big piece of the check, and they get a big piece. They get their 100,000 back plus whatever the interest was maybe another 10, 15,000 for them. You make whatever you were supposed to make, which may be 60, 80, 100,000, and everybody's happy. No muss, no fuss. You use their 100 to make 200 for yourself. How good is that? Then you gave them back theirs and you kept yours. But the content, consistently creating it and making it entertaining and engaging and being able to use it to now attract and keep customers, is what you need to be doing. You need to be able to communicate your witty idea to the people who are most likely to give you some money for it. And they need to be able to keep communicating with them so you can build a relationship and you can build trust, and they will have a wealth transfer. And then you can now use bank sponsorships and all these other things, grant and and foundations and loan officers and all these people to then help you amplify and grow the thing. So that now you have something to lead to your people. Whether it be your children's children, whether it be to retire your spouse, whether it be to help your mom with her medications, or to help her get a car, to, help her fulfill her dreams. Now you can be the son or daughter that you were meant to be and supposed to be. Now you can be the father or mother that you're supposed to be. Now you can be the sister or brother that you're supposed to be. Now you don't have to duck people or worry about what people say, because now you're living in your purpose and walking in your dream. And you're awake while you do it. Plus, you get to be able to say beyond a shadow of a doubt that the people who doubted you were wrong. Shout out to my petty committee. My petty folks, you get to be able to say, see, look, I had an idea. You didn't believe in my idea, but God did. Shout out to Khaled. Shout out to Friday. God did. And he sent me people that helped me put it together. I might have met some of them at Elevate 2024, but he sent me out people to help me, marketing experts that showed me how to attract, keep, and grow my customer base, showed me how to use my customers to get more customers, and this thing took off. Bible says to do not despise humble beginnings. So right now, you're in your humble beginning stage, but the same thing that you're doing right now is the same thing everybody else had to go through. Whether it be sleeping in your car, whether it be working 2, 3 jobs, whether it be working on your dream after you got off your day job, whatever it was, whether it be having no car and having to walk and Uber, whatever it is, there was a sacrifice. made. So now you're just in the sacrificial stage. And because you're in the sacrificial stage, you got to make sure that you're using all your resources. And one of those resources is content. So you got to use it to get where you're trying to go. And if you consistently do it and do it well enough for a long enough period of time, you'll get there. Again, all you are is good customers away from financial freedom. Bottom line. But that has been another episode of Successful Marketing and Sales for Adult Business Owners and Entrepreneurs. I'm your business big bro, Sadon Long, aka the most dangerous man in marketing. And if you have any questions, and you can't wait to February 3rd, and don't forget February 3rd is right around the corner. But if you have any questions, you cannot wait. Leave them in the comments. If you leave them in the comments, leave them in my DM, I'll follow up with you. Guaranteed. But what I would prefer that you do is to go over to growingrich.com and click that Make Money Fast button. Go over there, click the Make Money Fast button. They're going to send me an email. I'm going to then send you an email, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about your business. And anything that you get from that you could then use to make money to protect you and your family, cover your light and gas bill, pay your car note, you know, hey, you get to keep it, and it's free. And it's not uncommon that people do that. Hell, I run into people in the grocery store and they've made money. So imagine if we actually sat down and talked about it and you were able to pick my brain and use my unique gift, which is to turn ideas into income and words into wealth, what you could possibly come away with. So, as always, it's your business big bro, man. I love you. It has been an honor to sit for you for this 36, 37 minutes. Again, all you are away from financial freedom is good customers. So, let's learn how to get them in 2024. Love you, and I'm out. Mm-mm-mm-mm.